Good afternoon, everyone. We begin 13 News at noon with breaking news in the Delphi murders trial. Today, jurors saw graphic photos of the crime scene for the first time. Our senior investigative reporter Bob Siegel is live in Delphi right now. And Bob, we know you were in the courtroom just now as these images were shown in court.
I was, Matthew. Really hard day here inside the Carroll County courthouse. We knew this day would come. For justice to be served here, the jury needs to understand what exactly happened at the crime scene. And they today got to see for the first time actual photographs of the crime scene, including bloody footage, pictures of the victims, Abby Williams and Libby German. They saw pictures of their bodies in the woods. And I'll share with you some of the information that you're about to hear is graphic. So just a warning about that. The pictures of Libby's body that the jurors saw, she was lying in the woods naked. The jurors saw both of the girls' throats slit. They saw the blood. What the prosecutor described and warned a few days ago of the gruesome crime scene that these jurors were going to be seeing. And I can tell you that some of the jurors were visibly shaken. One of the jurors put his head down, at one point put his hands on top of his head as he looked down, as some of the most graphic photos were shown. Another juror, she was seen repeatedly just taking big, deep breaths and adjusting herself in her seat as she was seeing these. These are very tough things for anyone to see, and as you can imagine, extremely difficult for the families to see. And the families of Abby and Libby were in the courtroom today. They put their heads down in their hands and they were crying as they saw these. They got to see the photos for the first time on Saturday. The video that you're seeing, I believe right now, is of the families as they were leaving court at the end of testimony Saturday. The prosecutor gave them a chance to preview the photos that the jury was going to get to see. They were very emotional on Saturday as they left the courtroom, as you can imagine. So the testimony today, it came from Jason Page. He's the Indiana State Police crime scene investigator who processed the crime scene. He methodically walked jurors through 3 crime scene diagrams that he made up based on what he saw at the crime scene, and 43 separate crime scene photos that he took. Before that, we heard testimony from Darren Giancola. He's a Carroll County Sheriff's detective, and he was the first law enforcement officer to see the girls' bodies at the crime scene. He called in the information. He described seeing a substantial amount of blood around both of the girls, and he testified today to the jury. Both had large lacerations to their throats. Again, the jury got to see exactly what the investigators were talking about. Large screens set up in the courtroom where these photographs were shown to the jury. Very challenging, difficult morning of testimony. Because of that, the judge decided to break early around 11:30, just a few minutes ago, and the jurors will have a break until 1 o'clock when court will resume. We will be back in the courtroom to bring you more testimony, to tell you more about the evidence that the jurors are weighing through as they see the evidence on a very, very tough day of testimony here in Delphi. Matthew, back to you.
Bob Siegel reporting live for us in Delphi. Thanks, Bob. And of course, Bob and our Emily Longnecker will have complete coverage all week long. We're also breaking down testimony every weeknight at 10 o'clock and then at 9 a.m. after we re-air Sunrise on WTHR+. Of course, you can find our Delphi debrief on our streaming app through Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, and Roku.